What up? Welcome to the demo video of RASC 2.0. That's Randall's Animatronic Show Controller 2.0. About a year ago, I did a demo of the first revision of RASC, and I didn't really do anything with it. And then this past summer, I started trying to do an animated animatronic servo head project, which I got bind up in it. No pun intended. And just kind of gave up. So that sat on the back burner, and then this past week I decided, well, I'll go and make a simple servo mouth. So I made this simple servo mouth that eventually is going to go on the head once I get the head completed. But then I needed a way to control that servo mouth in coordination with music, so that's what the controller is all about. What I have here is an iPod with a clock, I guess you can call it, on one channel and music on the other channel. So being fed into my computer speakers are music, and being fed into the 18 Mega 644 is the clock. Now I can, using the internal EEPROM of the 18 Mega 644, I can control 8 digital IOs at 10 frames a second for 3.5 minutes, so a 3.5 minute show. And that's under this current revision, that's what it's doing. Then I'm using a AT-Tiny 2313 to connect the digital outputs and have it control servo motors. So I just erased the EEPROM of the chip. We're all clear, we're all good to go. Let's start off by just playing the show without anything programmed. So through my iPod, I play the show, 10-second show.
Know this! Killing is my business, ladies, and business is good!
Okay. That didn't work out right. Okay, let's let it play again. Another flaw with this is the iPod volume has to be max.
Know this! Killing is my business, ladies!
Not working again. Let me check my wires real quick. Because this thing was moving around and stuff. I might have... Yep, there we go. Came out of the microcontroller. Okay, let's try it third time.
Know this!
Nothing.
Killing is my business.
Yep, that's the problem though.
And business is good.
Yep, the problem is, gotta love proto boards. The problem is when I was moving this around, it pulled the input to the microcontroller out. Okay, so sorry about the production quality of this video. Okay, I reset it. Let's try to play a show. Hopefully it'll work this time.
Know this!
Okay, it's working.
Killing is my business, ladies, and business is good.
Okay, yep, it worked. So you may notice that the mouth open. The reason the mouth open is because when you first erase a EEPROM of a 18 Mega 644 microcontroller, it goes and it inputs FF, hexadecimal FF in every byte. So all the inputs are automatically high. So we gotta program it to change that. To program it, and once we're zeroed in on the show count, on the frame data, zeroed in, I press and hold this button and program, and I let go. Program 1 is the channel we want to program that's set up for the mouth. If you hold it down, it goes through 1 through 8, and then it goes to 0. So if you accidentally press that, you hold it back down to 0, and then it won't program. And you select the channel you want. Okay, so now when the show data starts coming in, it's going to start recording button presses. And the button presses, since the show data, since we're programming that channel, the first thing that should happen is the servo mouth should close, because it's going to be putting in zeros because there's no button presses in that digital I/O, you know, for slot 1. When I push the button, it should open up the mouth and it should start recording that into the data byte. And then when it reaches the end of the sound file, it should end of the show, it should automatically store that into EEPROM. If we didn't like that show, all I would have to do is re-record over program 1. If we like that, what I did, it's there forever until I erase it. So, for proof of concept, I'm going to hit play, it's going to start recording, and I'm going to try to press the buttons in sync with the sound. So, the only problem with this sound file I'm using is it's hard to tell when it's going to start. I'm going to...
Know this! Killing is my business, ladies, and business is good!
Okay. So, it programmed it, and it says data stored. So, we'll let this loop back around. When it loops back around, that data should be stored in there, and it should be in sync with the music, just like I programmed it.
Know this! Killing is my business, ladies, and business is good!
Pretty good for a first time. So that's in there forever, and if I wanted to program another channel, like let's say I'm planning on taking EL wire and putting it on the ends of these lips, and I want to light up the EL wire, I hook it up to channel 2, program channel 2, and we're good. And that, since that was stored to the EEPROM, even when I power down, so it's powered down, we'll wait 5 seconds. Okay, let's say I have everything programmed and I want to show my friends, hey look at this. I just go and I turn on power to it. It's turned on. I plug in my iPod, press play, and it should be in sync, just like I programmed it.
Know this! Killing is my business, ladies, and business is good!
So there you go, it'll work. And you know, this little board will control anything from servos to a big Billy Bob, full-size Billy Bob figure from Showbiz Pizza. So I'm pretty excited about this. You know, ever since I acquired that Billy Bob, you know, I was scrambling around to find something to control it with. The fidget worked pretty well, but I was tied down to a computer, and I used a light sequencer program that someone else made. I didn't quite understand it. This thing I programmed totally from scratch. I understand the code 100%. I understand how it's going to work. So just good stuff, man. I'm real excited. Next thing I just need to put together a figure to program, so I can program, you know, a 3.5 minute song, 3.5 minute routine. In my mind, the mental deadline I'm putting myself is to try to get this servo head completed by Halloween, so I can have a little Halloween display here in my apartment. So this was just a demo video of what I've been doing. I hope you enjoy it, and to send you off, let's go and make sure if it's still working one last time.
Know this! Killing is my business, ladies, and business is good!
So there you go. I hope you enjoyed this video.